Hello everybody, and welcome back to my Undertale Let's Play, going for the dog ending. We just got through the core and into the castle, and now we shall continue. The elevator is in use. Alright. So what have we over here? It's eerily silent. But this must be the capital city that they mentioned before. New home. I like this music. It's a golden flower. The way is blocked by 2 padlocks. There's a note attached. Howdy, I'm in the garden. If you have anything you need to get off your chest, please don't hesitate to come. The keys are in the kitchen and the hallway. The layout is just like home in the ruins. Dusty toys. It's a twin-sized bed. There are a lot of striped shirts in here. It's a family photograph. Everyone is smiling. It's a drawing of a golden flower. What a comfortable bed. If you laid down here, you might not ever get up. There's a worn dagger inside the box. Will you take it? Take it. You got the worn dagger. Worn dagger, weapon attack 15. Perfect for cutting plants and vines. Compare that to what I've got now, the empty gun, which is giving me 17, but I think it's being boosted by the cowboy hat. If I switch to the worn dagger, you equip the dagger, then I get, 20. 20 attack, very strong. There's a heart-shaped locket inside the box. Will you take it? You got the heart-shaped locket. Heart locket, armor defense 15. It says best friends forever. Music really hits you. So that would be an improvement for my defense, maybe not so much for my attack. Equip the locket. Yeah, so it dropped my attack significantly, but it boosted my defense a bit. Might be a fair trade-off. It's a golden flower. Under renovations. A long time ago, a human fell into the ruins. Injured by its fall, the human called out for help. You took the key and put it on your phone's keychain. It's Asgore's journal. All the current page says is, "Nice day today." The ink is still almost wet, so he's very close by. It's a king-sized bed. It's a bureau. There's a Santa Claus outfit inside. Macaroni art of a flower for King Dad. So I was thinking about the kids' room, back off to the left. And I think the bed that's on the right side I think that one belonged to Asriel. It had the heart locket, and the bed on the left side said, if you lay down here, you might not ever get up. That sounds like Kara's deathbed, and the present next to that one was the worn dagger, which sounds more like Kara's style. It's a clothes drawer. There are robes, button-up shirts, and a pink hand-knit sweater that says Mr. Dad Guy. So you see all this indicating like what a nice guy Asgore is. It's a trophy. #1 Nose Nuzzle Champs, 98. And I don't know if I saw it in my playthrough, but when you encounter the dog marriage, Dogami and Doggeressa, I think they mentioned being #2 Nose Nuzzle Championship runner-ups or something like that. So that's who #1 is. Despite everything, it's still you. It's hard to describe why that one saying means a lot to me. It has to do with a different playthrough I made earlier, before this one. But yeah, it's like, combined with the music, it's just really, really powerful. So, I was on a genocide run in a previous playthrough, and when you do the genocide run, it's just heart-wrenching. It is awful. And I mean that in the best possible way from a game design and storytelling perspective. It's just, the guilt and the emotion just is pretty biting, and but I turned back from it. I haven't actually ever completed a genocide run. I turned back from it in the last major section. I was still on it when I got through Hotland, but I turned away when I got through Waterfall, but I turned away from it when I was in Hotland, and so. Getting here and seeing it say, despite everything, it's still you, really meant a lot to me, because it felt like it was kind of affirming that despite everything I had done, I still found my moral center and pulled back from the brink. If you are still on the genocide run by the time you get here, it's too late to turn back without resetting the game, and you don't get this message when you get here. You get something else. And, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to explain my little bit of emotional reaction to that. Asriel, the king's son, heard the human's call. He brought the human back to the castle. You'll need both keys to get through. Doesn't show up in that list. I guess it's just on the key. The phone's keychain is a separate inventory thing that's not, not displayed. It's another golden flower. Asgore sure is fond of those. Seems like gardening tools. There are photo albums, scrapbooks, books on how to make tea. The coals are still warm. Another hint that he's close by. It's a great reading chair, but it doesn't seem like anyone uses it. Over time, Asriel and the human became like siblings. The king and queen treated the human child as their own. The underground was full of hope. The fridge is full of unopened containers of snails. Yeah, Napstablook mentioned that there's just like one hairy guy that comes by to buy snails. Sounds like Asgore. There's some white fur stuck in the drain. It's a note. Howdy, help yourself to anything you want. It's a trash can. It's full of crumpled up recipes for butterscotch pie. Like he's trying to reproduce what his wife used to make him, and he can't get the recipe right. The stovetop is very clean. Someone must use fire magic instead. You took the key and put it on your phone's keychain. Alright, ready to go. You unlocked the chain. There's an old calendar from the end of 21X. A date is circled on it. So, an old calendar from 201X. Now, what that hints at is, how the scene you see at the beginning of the game in the intro, before the title screen, it tells you Mount Ebott 201X is the year, and you kind of think that that's current. You see a human child climbing up on Mount Ebott and falling down, and then you start the game as a human child who has just fallen down. That sepia-toned, like brownish colored intro scene takes place in the year 201X, but that is long ago as of now. And it can be pretty confusing until you get through the pacifist route where more of the story is revealed. But then, one day, the human became very ill. So the human that was adopted, that was the one that we saw falling down. The sick human had only one request, to see the flowers from their village, but there was nothing we could do. And this character as whom we're playing now is a separate character that came much later. The next day, the human died. Azrael, racked with grief, absorbed the human soul. He transformed into a being with incredible power. With the human soul, Azrael crossed through the barrier. He carried the human's body into the sunset, back to the village of the humans. So, it would seem that the character that fell down initially, so that was in the year 2000 X-teen, or whatever you want to call that, that was a date that was circled on that old calendar. So I'm guessing that's the date that Kara fell down. Azrael reached the center of the village. There, he found a bed of golden flowers. He carried the human onto it. Suddenly, screams rang out. The villagers saw Azrael holding the human's body. They thought that he had killed the child. The humans attacked him with everything they had. He was struck with blow after blow. Azrael had the power to destroy them all. But Azrael did not fight back. Clutching the human, Azrael smiled and walked away. Wounded, Azrael stumbled home. He entered the castle and collapsed. His dust spread across the garden. The kingdom fell into despair. The king and queen had lost 2 children in one night. The humans had once again taken everything from us. The king decided it was time to end our suffering. Every human who falls down here must die. With enough souls, we can shatter the barrier forever. It's not long now. King Asgore will let us go. King Asgore will give us hope. King Asgore will save us all. You should be smiling, too. Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy? I'm not sure why you're saying that. You're going to be free. So there are multiple possible interpretations of that. One that comes to mind first to me is that those monsters don't recognize you as a human. Because some monsters don't recognize you as a human at first. So, yeah, I don't know if they're talking about, oh yeah, you're going to be free with the rest of us. Or if they're talking about... Yeah, that's really the only thing that would make sense. This is just a shortcut back down. So I'm going to stay over here. Ah. Last corridor. Thank you so much for watching. I promise I'll get the next one up as soon as I can. But I am going to have to cut it here. The ending is kind of long, and I want to make sure that I don't make a single episode unbearably long. So have a great day, and I look forward to your comments and ratings on the next one. Bye-bye.